In the figure, AM is perpendicular to BC. It is given that AM is perpendicular to BC. If tan B is equal to 3 by 4, tan C is equal to 5 by 12 and BC is equal to 56 centimeter, then find AM. Here this AM is the altitude of triangle ABC and we have to find the length of this altitude in triangle ABC when it is given that tan B that is equal to 3 by 4 and tan C that is equal to 5 by 12. So now in triangle ABM, so in triangle ABM, here tan B is given as 3 by 4, so tan B is equal to 3 by 4, but tan B means what? Opposite side upon adjacent side, it means AM upon BM. So here it is AM upon BM that is equal to 3 by 4, and therefore BM that is equal to 4 by 3 of AM. Let this be number 1. So BM is equal to 4 by 3 AM. Now it is given that tan C that is equal to 5 by 12. So in triangle AMC, we have tan C is equal to, tan C means opposite upon adjacent, that is AM upon MC. This tan C is given as 5 by 12. I solve it further here. So tan C is equal to 5 by 12. Tan C that is opposite upon adjacent, that is AM upon MC. AM upon MC, which is equal to 5 by 12, and therefore MC which is equal to 12 by 5 AM. Let this be number 2. So this is number 1, that BM is equal to 4 by 3 AM and MC is equal to 12 by 5 AM. We have to find the value of AM. So I add first and 2. So adding 1 and 2, we will get BM plus MC, that is equal to, BM is 4 by 3 AM, plus MC is 12 by 5 AM. So taking LCM will be 15. So 5 3s are 15 will be the LCM. So it will be 15, 5 4s are 20 and 12 3s are 36. So 20 plus 36, that will be equal to 56. So it will be, so this will be 56 by 15 into AM. Here we have taken the LCM of 5 and 3, that is 15, and 3 4s are 20, 12 3s are 36. So 36 plus 20 will be 56. But BM plus MC, that will be equal to BC. So this can be replaced by BC, but BC is given as 56. So this will be 56 is equal to 56 by 15 AM. Here 56 and 56 will get cancelled. Take 15 to other side, and so we will get AM is equal to 15 centimeter. So we have got AM is equal to 15 centimeter. This altitude we have got as 15 centimeter. Here is the another question on the screen. ABC is a triangle right angled at B with AB is equal to 14 centimeter. It is also given that and BC is equal to 24 centimeter with the vertices A, B and C as centers. Arcs are drawn, each of radius 7 centimeter. Find the area of the shaded region. Here friends, it is given that ABC is a right angled triangle right angled at B, and it is given that AB is 14 centimeter and BC is 24 centimeter, and it is given that the radii of these arcs are 7 centimeter. This radius is also 7 centimeter and this radius is also 7 centimeter, and we have to calculate the area of the shaded region. So the area of the shaded region can be calculated as area of this triangle minus area of this arcs, that is area of arc 1, area of arc 2 and area of arc 3. But here to find the area of arc 1 we will need the angle of this arc, this angle and this angle. This angle we know, but these two angles we do not know. So in such cases, how to calculate these areas, that is difficult, and that is the only typical thing in this question, and so this is very important as far as the examination is concerned. So here the area, let this angle be theta 1, this angle be theta 2 and this angle is theta 3. Then we have area of shaded region, area of shaded region, that is equal to area of triangle minus into bracket area of sector 1 plus area of arc 2 plus area of arc 3. So here area of triangle ABC, that can be calculated as 1/2 base into height. So it will be 1/2, base is 24 into height is 14, minus area of triangle 1 will be equal to theta 1. This will be like this, theta 1 upon 360 into pi r square, plus area of 2 will be theta 2 upon 360 into pi r square, plus theta 3 into 360 into pi r square. But here if you take out pi r square by 360 as a common factor, then you will get it as pi r square upon 360 into theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, and this is the sum of the three angles of the triangle. Whatever may be the angles we do not know, but their sum will be always 180 degree. So this sum can be replaced by 180 degree. So this will be 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14. So it will be 24 into 7 minus pi r square by 360 into 180. So this 0 will get cancelled. 18 1s are 18, 18 2s are 36. So here this product will be 24 into 7, that will be 168, minus this will be 22 by 7 into r square, radius is 7, so 7 into 7 by 2, here this is cancelled out. So this 7 and 7 will get cancelled, 2 11s are 22, so which is 168 minus 11 7s are 72, and that is equal to 91 square centimeter, and therefore the required area of shaded region, that is equal to 91 square centimeter. Friends, here is another question on the screen. A sphere of diameter 12 centimeter is dropped in a right circular cylindrical vessel partly filled with water. If the sphere is completely submerged in the water level in the cylindrical vessel rises by 3 integer 5 by 9 centimeter, that is equal to 9 3s are 27, 27 and 5, that is 32 by 9 centimeter. Find the diameter of the cylindrical vessel. Now see here what is said in the question, that there is a cylindrical container and it is partly filled with water, and a sphere whose diameter is 12 centimeter, it means radius is 6 centimeter, is dropped into this water, and it is said that this sphere completely submerges into the water. definitely by Archimedes principle the water level will get increased because some water will get displaced because of the sphere. So let us assume that the water level increased is this, as I am showing it with red color, and let this be h. This height of the raised water is h, and this is given as 32 by 9 centimeter, and we have to find the diameter of the cylindrical sphere. We have to find the diameter of the cylindrical sphere, that we have to find. So here we will see that by Archimedes principle the volume of this sphere should be equal to the volume of the water that is displaced. So first we will write the given things. Given things are diameter of sphere, that is equal to 12 centimeter, and therefore radius will be equal to 6 centimeter. Now here the height raised of the water, so height, that is equal to 32.9 centimeter, and we have to find the diameter of the cylinder. So here you will see that the volume of the sphere, that is equal to volume of water displaced. So here volume of sphere is given by the formula 4 by 3 pi r cube, which is equal to volume of the water displaced. So this is also a cylinder, so it will be pi r1 square h. Here we have to calculate r1 because r1 is the radius of the cylinder, and once we got r1 we can find the diameter of the base of the cylinder. So here you will see that pi and pi will get cancelled, so you will get 4 by 3 into r, that is 6 into 6 into 6, which is equal to r1 square into height is 32 by 9. We will take 32 by 9 to this side, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. So this further we get as 4 into 2 into 6 into 6. So 4 into 2 into 6 into 6 multiplied by 9, and this 32 will be in the denominator divided by 32, which is equal to r1 square. Now here it will be 4 1s are 4, 4 8s are 32, 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, and so it will be 3 into 6 into 9 upon 2, that is equal to r1 square. Here this also gets cancelled, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6, so 3 3s are 9, 9 9s are 81, so r1 square is equal to 81, and therefore r1 is equal to 9 centimeter. And since the radius of the base of this cylindrical cylinder is 9 centimeter, the required diameter will be equal to 18 centimeter. Friends, the next question is from the top of a building 60 meter high. The angles of depression of the top and bottom of a vertical lamp post are observed to be, this is 30 degree and this is 60 degree respectively. Find the horizontal distance between the building and the lamp post and the height of the lamp post when root 3 is equal to 1.732. Now friends, here AB is a building whose height is given as 60 meter, and we have to find the distance BD, and this is a lamp post, and we have to find the height of the lamp post also. And it is given that from someone at the top of the building observes the top of the lamp post, then the angle of depression is given, and when he observes at the bottom of the lamp post, then the angle of depression is given, and that angles are given as 30 degrees. So this angle is 30 degree and this angle is 60 degree. Now these two lines are parallel lines, and this AC will be the transversal. Then this angle and this angle, these two angles will be alternate interior angles, and therefore this angle will also be 30 degree. Similarly here, this side BD and this one, these two are the parallel lines, and AD is a transversal, so this angle and these angles will be equal, so this angle is also 60 degree. And now we will take first triangle ABD. In triangle ABD, so in this triangle ABD, this angle D is 60 degree, and therefore AB will be the opposite side and BD will be the adjacent side. Therefore we can write that tan of theta, that is tan 60, which is equal to opposite upon adjacent, that is 60 upon x, and tan 60 is root 3, and therefore it will be root 3, which is equal to 60 upon x, and therefore x is equal to 60 by root 3. Rationalize, so this will be x is equal to multiply by root 3 to numerator and denominator by root 3. So root 3 into root 3 will be 3. 3 2 are 6, 3 0 are 0, so it will be 20 root 3, and therefore the distance between the foots of the building and the lamp post is equal to 20 root 3, and the value of root 3 is given as 1.732, so which is equal to BD is equal to 20 into 1.732. If you take the product of this, you will get it 34.64 meter, and therefore BD, that is equal to 34.64 meter. Highlight this because this is the first important step. Now the second is asked that you have to find the height of this lamp post, correct? So here first we will take CD is equal to BE. So if CD is H, this BE will also be H, and this part AE, that will be this total length minus this H, so that will be 60 minus H will be AE. Now we will take triangle AEC. In triangle AEC, here tan 30, which is equal to AE upon EC, this is X, so this will also be X, and therefore it will be 60 minus H upon X. So tan 30, that is equal to 1 by root 3, which is equal to 60 minus H upon X. X we have got as 20 root 3, correct? So we will take this value and not this value, because here root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled, so we are taking the value of X as 20 root 3. So 20 root 3. So this root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled, and we will get 60 minus H upon 20 is equal to 1. So take 20 to this side, so you will get 60 minus H is equal to 20. Take H to this side and 20 to this side, so you will get H is equal to 60 minus 20, and therefore H is equal to 40 meter, and therefore the height of the lamppost is 40 meter. So at the end write the answer. The height of the lamppost is equal to 40 meter, and the distance between the foot of the building and the foot of the lamppost, that is equal to 34.64 meter. Now the next question is 2 cos square 90 plus 4 cos square 45 plus tan square 60 plus 3 cosec square 60 plus 1 upon 3 sec 60 minus 7 by 2 sec square 45 plus 2 cosec 30 minus 1, and you have to find the value of this. So we will just put the values of the given identities. So it will be 2 into cos square 90, that cos 90 is 0, so cos square 90 will also be 0, plus 4 cos square 45, so it will be 4, this is plus 4 into cos 45, that is 1 upon root 2 bracket square, plus tan square 60, and tan 60 is root 3, so it will be root 3 bracket square, plus 3 into cosec square 60, that is cosec 60 is 2 by root 3 bracket square, plus 1 upon 3 sec 60, so that will be 3 sec 60 is 2, so it will be 3 into 2 minus 7 by 2 into bracket sec square 45, sec 45 is root 2, so it will be root 2 square, plus 2 into cosec 30, cosec 30 is 2, so it will be 2 minus 1. Now just simplify this will be 0, so 1 upon root 2, its square will be 1 upon 2, and so it will be 2 2s are 4, but I write here 4 into 1 upon 2, plus root 3 square will be 3, plus here 3 into 2 square will be 4, upon root 3 square will be 3, plus 1 upon 3 2s are 6, minus 7 by 2 into root 2 square will be 2, plus 2 2s are 4, minus 1. Here this will be 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4. Here 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Here 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and further it will be solved as 2 plus 3 plus this will be 4 plus 1 upon here this will be 6 minus 7 plus 4 minus 1. Now here it will be, so here this will be 2 plus 3 5 plus 4 9 plus 1 10 upon here it is 6 and 4 10, 7 and 1 8, so 10 minus 8 that will be 2, and which is equal to 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, so that is equal to 5. So required answer is 5. So here you get the maximum marks for putting the correct value, and therefore this question has 4 marks for so many values you have to put. Next question is, if A is the area of the right angled triangle and B is one of the sides containing the right angle, prove that the length of the altitude on the hypotenuse is 2ab upon square root of 4a square plus b to the power 4. Here xyz is a right angle triangle. Xy and yz are the two sides containing the right angle, and one side is given as b, so we will take this yz as b. And it is given that the area of this triangle xyz, area of triangle xyz, that is equal to a, this is given, and we have to find the altitude, that is yk, this we have to find. Now here first we will take the area of triangle xyz, area of triangle xyz, that is equal to 1/2 base. If you take this as the base, xy will be the height, so base into height, that is b into xy, height is xy. But the area of this triangle xyz is given as a, and so it will be a is equal to 1/2 into b into xy. So xy will be equal to, xy will be equal to, take 2 to this side and b to other side, you will get it 2a upon b. Let this be number 1. This is the first important step, that xy is equal to 2a upon b. This xy we have got as 2a upon b. Now here friends, we will see that xz square is equal to xy square plus yz square by Pythagoras theorem, but xz square is equal to xy square plus yz square. So xz, taking square root of both the sides, we will get square root of xy square plus yz square. So xz is equal to, here xy is 2a upon b square, so square root of 2a upon b bracket square plus yz is b, so it will be b square. I solve further to this side. So xz is equal to square root of, take the square of this, so it will be 4a square upon b square plus b square. Taking b square as the LCM, we will get xy is equal to square root of 4a square plus b square into b square, that is b to the power 4 upon, this will be b square. Now b square, its square root will be b, so xy, that is equal to square root of 4a square plus b to the power 4 upon b. Square root of b square will be b. Now here you have got xy as square root of 4a square plus b to the power 4 upon b. But here we will see that, but the area of triangle XYZ, that is also equal to 1/2 base into height. If you take xz as a base, then this yk will be the height, so which is equal to 1/2 into base, that is xz, plus this is yk, into 1/2 base into height, that is yk. But this area of triangle XYZ is given as A, which is equal to 1/2 xz. Xz we have got here as this one. This should be xz, so xz we have got as this one, so it will be into square root of 4a square plus b to the power 4 upon b multiplied by yk. Further I solve it to this side, so it will be solved as, we have to find yk, so keep yk to this side and shift the rest of the things to other side. So yk, that will be equal to, take 2b to other side, so this will be 2ab upon, this will go to the denominator, square root of 4a square plus b to the power 4, and hence the altitude, which is equal to 2ab upon square root of 4a square plus b to the power 4. Next question is, in a class test, the sum of the marks obtained by P in mathematics and science is 28. Had he got 3 marks more in maths and 4 marks less in science, the product of the marks in the two subjects would have been 180. Find the marks obtained in the two subjects separately. So first we will assume that, let the marks obtained in maths, that is equal to x, and that of science, that is equal to y. Now by condition 1, here what is the first condition? The sum of the marks obtained by P in maths and science is 28. So the sum of the marks, that is x plus y, is equal to 28. Let this be number 1. Now it is said that if he got 3 marks more in maths, so the new marks will be x plus 3, new marks will be x plus 3, and 4 marks less in science, so new marks will be y minus 4, and the condition says that product of the marks obtained will be equal to 180. Therefore, by condition 2, x plus 3 into y minus 4, that is equal to 180. Now here solve this, so it will be x into y, that will be xy, plus plus 3 into y, that will be plus 3y, then minus 4 into x, that is minus 4x, and 3 into minus 4, that will be minus 12, which is equal to 180. Now take 12 to this side, so it will be plus 12, and you will get xy plus 3y minus 4x is equal to 180 plus 12, that is 192. Now but from 1, if we solve this, we will get y is equal to 28 minus x. So we will put the value of y as 28 minus x, so it will be x into 28 minus x plus 3 into 28 minus x minus 4x, which is equal to 192. So multiply by 3 in x inside the bracket, so it will be 28x minus x square plus this 8 3s are 24, carry on 2 3 2s are 6 and 2 8, 84 minus 3x minus 4x, which is equal to 192. So here it will be minus x square plus this is 4 and 3 7x plus 28x, that will be plus 21x plus 84, which is equal to 192. Take this 190 to this side, so it will be minus x square plus 21x, 84 minus 192, it will be minus 108, which is equal to 0. Change the sign throughout the equation, so it will be x square minus 21x plus 108 is equal to 0. And now solve this by splitting the middle sum. So factorizing it, you will get the two factors as 12 9s are 108 and 12 and 9, that will be equal to 21. So the factors will be x minus 12 and another factor will be x minus 9, which is equal to 0, and therefore x will be equal to 12 or x will be equal to 9. So the value of x will be 12 and value of x will be 9. So if the value of x is 12, then the value of y will be 9. So if x is equal to 12, y is equal to 9, and if x is equal to 9, y will be equal to 12, and this way the marks in maths will be like this. The next question is solve for x and y. 254x plus 309y is equal to minus 55, and 309x, here it is plus 254y is equal to 55. Now here the two given equations are 254x plus 309y is equal to minus 55, and the another equation is 309x plus 254y is equal to 55. Now here we see that the coefficients of x and y are interchanged. Here it is 309y, here it is 300x 9x, and here 254x and it is 254y. So the coordinates of x and y are interchanged. In such conditions, first add the two equations and then subtract the two equations. This is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. So adding 1 and 2, we get, after adding 1 and 2, we get, if you add these two, you will get it 563 x, plus if you add this, you will get 563y, which is equal to minus 55 plus 55, that will be 0. So divide by 563 throughout the equation, it will be x plus y is equal to 0. Let this be equation number 3. Now subtracting equation 1 and 2. Subtracting equation 1 and 2, we get, after subtracting equation 1 and 2, we get 55x minus 55y, which is equal to 110. So here it will be 55 is the common factor, so divide by 55 throughout the equation, so it will be x minus y, which is equal to 2. Let this be equation number 4. Now solve this equation 3 and 4 simultaneously. So here we can add equation number 3 and 4. So adding equation 3 and 4, we get, after adding x plus x, that will be 2x, this y and y will get cancelled, and so it will be 0 plus 2 will be equal to 2, so x will be equal to 1. So here we have got the value of x. Now put the value of x in equation number 3. So it will be putting in equation 3, we get, put the value of x as 1, so it will be 1 plus y is equal to 0, and therefore y is equal to minus 1. Highlight this also, and therefore the answer, x is equal to 1 and y is equal to minus 1. Friends, here is the another question. The sum of the first 5 terms of an AP and the sum of the first 7 terms of the same AP together, it should be here together, is 167. If the sum of the first 10 terms of this AP is 235, then find the sum of the first 20 terms. Now here friends, the sum of the first 5 terms, we denote it by S5, and the sum of the first 7 terms we denote it by S7, and together is 167, means their sum is given as 167. And it is also given that the sum of the first terms, that is S10, is equal to 235, and we have to find the sum of the first 20 terms. So here S5 plus S7 is equal to 167, that is given to us, and so this will be n by 2, that is 5 by 2 into bracket 2a into bracket n minus 1 into d, that is 2a plus 4d, plus this will be 7 by 2 into bracket, this will be again 2a plus 7d, it means 6, 7th term means it will be 7 minus 1, that is 6d, which is equal to 167. Now here if you take out 2 as a common factor, then this 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and you will get it as 5 into a plus twice of d. Plus here again if you take out 2 as a common factor, then 2 and 2 will get cancelled, and it will be 7 into a plus 3d, which is equal to 167. Multiply by 5 inside the bracket, so it will be 5a plus 10d plus 7 inside the bracket, that will be 7a plus 7 3s are 21d, which is equal to 167. Now here 5a plus 7a, that will be 12a plus 10d plus 21d, that will be 31d, which is equal to 167. And since there is no common factor, give this as the equation number 1. The second condition is given that the sum of the first 10 terms is 235. So sum of the first 10 terms, that is given by S10, which is equal to 235. This is also given to us, and so this S10 will be 10 by 2, n by 2, that is 10 by 2 into bracket 2a plus 9d, which is equal to 235. And so 2 5s are 10 multiplied by 5 inside the bracket. Rest of the thing I solve it here. So multiply by 5 inside the bracket. So 5 2s are 10a plus 5 9s are 45d, which is equal to 235. Here 5 will be the common factor, so divide by 5 throughout the equation, and so it will be 5 2s are 10, so it will be 2a plus 5 9s are 45, so it will be 9d, so which is equal to 5 4s are 20 and 5 7s are 35. So 2a plus 9d is equal to 47. So let this be equation number 2. And now solve this equation number 1 and equation number 2 simultaneously. So if you solve it simultaneously, we will have to multiply this equation number 2 by 6 and then subtract equation number 1 and 2. So multiply equation 2 by 6 and subtract 1 and 2. So you will get it as 12a plus 31d is equal to 167. This equation we are multiplying by 6, so it will be 6 2s are 12a plus here we are multiplying by 6, and so it will be 9 6 are 54d, which is equal to 47 into 6, that will be 282. So we are subtracting these two equations. So here 12a will get cancelled, so 44, this is minus, and 31 is plus, so it will be minus 23d, which is equal to the subtraction of this will be minus 115, and therefore d will be equal to minus 115 divided by minus 23, that will be equal to 5. So we got the common difference as 5. Highlight the value of d is equal to 5. Now here put the value of d in equation number 1. So here the equation number 1 is this, or even you can put it in equation number 2. I think putting in equation number 2 is easier than in putting in 1. So putting in equation number 2, so it will be put in equation 2. So here we are putting the value of d as 5. So it will be 2a plus 9 5s are 45, which is equal to 47. Take 45 to other side, so it will be 47 minus 45, that will be 2. So 2a is equal to 2. So 2 will get cancelled and a is equal to 2. Now here you have got the first term a is equal to 2 and the last common difference as d is equal to 5, and you have to find the sum of the first 20 terms. So here we will solve it further. To find the value of sum of the first 20 terms, I make space here and delete everything. So here we got a is equal to 1 and d is equal to 5, and therefore S20, the sum of first 20 terms, that will be equal to 20 by 2 n by 2 into bracket 2a plus 20 term means 19d. So which is equal to 2 10s are 20. So 10 into 2a, a is 1. So 2 into 1 plus 19 into 5. So here it will be, which is equal to 10 into bracket 2 1s are 2 plus 19 5s are, that is 95. So it will be 95. So it will be 10 into 10 into this will be 97 and 10 into 97 will be 970. So the sum of the first 20 terms is equal to 970. Highlight this answer. Next question is 500 persons are taking a dip into a cuboidal pond which is 80 meter long and 50 meter broad. What is the rise of the water level in the pond if the average displacement of the water by a person is 0.04 cubic meter? Now here we will have to find the height raised after the 500 persons take dip into the water. So here the first important thing is given to us is that the water displaced by one person, that is equal to 0.04 cubic meter, and therefore water displaced by 500 person, that will be equal to 500 into 0.04, and that will be equal to 20 cubic meter. So the total water displaced will be 20 cubic meter, and we have volume of cuboid, that is equal to volume of the water displaced, volume of water displaced. And so volume of cuboid is given by length into breadth into height. Here length will be same, breadth will be same, and height we are taking as the height increased or the level increase. So which is equal to volume of water displaced, that is 20 cubic meter. So length is given to us, breadth is given to us as 80 meter and 50 meter respectively. So it will be 80 multiplied by 50 multiplied by h, which is equal to 20, and therefore h is equal to 20 upon 80 into 50. So 5 and 5 will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8 upon 40. So h will be equal to 1 by 5 4s are 20, it will be 200. So h is equal to 1 by 200, and therefore h will be equal to 0.5 centimeter. So the height raised after 500 people take deep into the water will be 0.5 centimeter. Next question is, some students planned a picnic. The total budget for food was rupees 2000, but 5 students failed to attend the picnic, and thus the cost of the food for each member increased by rupees 20. How many students attended the picnic, and how much did each student pay for the food? So friends, here first we will assume that the number of students be x, number of students, that is equal to x, and therefore the actual budget is given as actual budget, that is equal to rupees 2000, and therefore budget per student, that will be equal to 2000 divided by number of students, that is 2000 by x. But unfortunately 5 students could not attend the picnic, they failed to attend the picnic, and therefore the number of students will be x minus 5. So in new case, budget per student that is equal to 2000 divided by x minus 5, because 2000 was the total amount actual budget, and x minus 5 students attended the picnic, and therefore the per head expenditure will be 2000 by x minus 5. And here it is said that because of 5 students failed to attend the picnic, the each member budget was increased by rupees 20, and therefore by condition we can write 2000 upon x minus 5 minus 2000 upon x, that is equal to 20. Now we will solve this equation. So here 2000 will be the common factor, and so we will get it as 2000 into bracket 1 by x minus 5 minus 1 by x, which is equal to 20. This 0 will get cancelled, 2 1s are 2 and 200s are, so this 100 will go to this side, and we will get x minus 1 upon x minus 5 1 upon x is equal to 1 by 100. So taking LCM throughout the equation, it will be 100 into x minus 5. This will be the LCM. So here we will have to multiply by 100x, so it will be 100x minus, here we will have to multiply by 100 into this, so this will be 100 into x minus 5, and here we will have to multiply by x into x minus 5, so which is equal to x into x minus 5. So this will be 100x minus, multiply by 100 inside the bracket, so it will be 100x minus 100 into 5, that will be 500, so which is equal to x square minus 5x. So open the bracket. Now open this bracket, and here the signs will change, so it will be 100x minus 100x, this will be plus 500, which is equal to x square minus 5x. This 100x will get cancelled, and you will get the equation x square minus 5x minus 500, which is equal to 0. And we will solve this equation. This is the quadratic equation, so we will solve by splitting the middle term. So by splitting middle term, we get the factors as x minus 25 and x plus 20, which is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 25 and x will be equal to minus 20. X cannot be minus 20, so it is rejected. So we get x as 25, and therefore the number of students, that will be 25, and the students who actually attended the picnic will be 25 minus 5, that will be 20 students attended the picnic. And therefore we can solve further here. The payment for each student will be 2000 divided by 20, so it will be 100. So each student paid 100 rupees for the picnic. Next question is, if a hexagon ABCDEF circumscribe a circle, prove that AB plus CD plus EF is equal to BC plus DE plus FA. Here ABCDEF is a hexagon circumscribing a circle, and it touches the points G, H, I, J, K and L. Now if you take point A, then AL and AG will be the two tangents drawn from the exterior point of a circle, and therefore AL will be equal to AG. Similarly for B, BG is equal to BH. Similarly for C, CI is equal to CH, and so we will write this as AG is equal to AL, then BG is equal to BH, then CI is equal to CH, then DI is equal to DJ, and EK is equal to EJ, and FK is equal to FL. FK is equal to FL. Let this be equation number 1. This is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and this is 6. And reason for all these 6 will be the tangents drawn from the exterior point of a circle are equal. And now adding 1 to 6, adding 1 to 6, we will get AG plus BG, AG plus BG plus CI plus ID plus EK plus FK, which is equal to AL plus BH plus CH plus DJ plus EJ plus FL. Now here we will combine the two lengths, that is AG and BG. Here AG and BG, we will take them together. So AG plus BG into another bracket plus another pair is CI plus ID plus another pair will be EK plus FK. Now which is equal to, here the pairing will be BH and CH, so it will be BH plus CH plus another pair will be JD plus EJ, JD plus EJ, this pair, and the last pair will be AL plus FL, so it will be FL plus AL. Now here AG plus BG, that will be AB. Similarly, plus this pair will be equal to CD. Similarly, this pair plus this pair will be EF, which is equal to BC plus DE plus FA. So here we have to prove that AB plus CD plus EF is equal to BC plus DE plus FA, and here we have proved, hence proved.